And now to this feature. People in Japan and Turkey are looking back 125 years to an event that strengthened ties between their countries. A Turkish naval ship sank off the coast of Japan, and some stranded sailors were rescued by locals. While the incident is considered the start of an important friendship, now a Turkish underwater archaeologist is honoring that legacy by leading a team of divers excavating the wreck. NHK World's Tetsuro Ishiyama has this report.
On a seabed, off the coast of the southernmost point of Japan's main island, lies the Ertugrul wreckage. It's been resting there for more than a century. In 1890, the wooden frigate was returning to Turkey after a diplomatic mission to Japan when it got caught in a storm. Residents of a small village nearby battled bad weather and rescued 69 people, but more than 500 crew members were killed. The Japanese have remembered the tragedy. A friendship monument has been erected, and people hold a regular memorial service. Japanese and Turkish divers have been working to recover the remains. Tufan Tulan leads the team. He's long been fascinated by the story he learned from his friend and started the underwater excavation project.
That I first met in my original visit in 2004, January 8th, that I met. And majority of my team is Japanese. And I'm grateful to them. Nakamura-san, konnichiwa.
Yosuke Nakamura, a local diver, has become Turanlu's trusted buddy. Nakamura knows the currents and geography. Turanlu says, without him, the project wouldn't have been a success.
In carrying out the project together, Tufan's character has charmed us. That's one of the reasons it's lasting this long.
Over the last decade, they've salvaged more than 7,500 pieces, from a big cooking pot to a buckle with a Turkish Navy emblem. Each piece is carefully cleaned by his wife, Belta, and volunteers. In April, some of the items will be exhibited in an Istanbul museum commemorating 125 years since the incident.
Action!
The two countries are also working together on a drama about the Ertugrul. They've filmed in Japan with both Japanese and Turkish characters. Some descendants of the villagers are participating. They are capturing how the legacy of the friendship lives on. Tetsuro Ishiyama, NHK World, Kushimoto, Wakayama.
Well, joining us now in our studio in Wakayama is Tufan Turanli. You know, Tufan, it is so great to have you with us.
Thank you.
And you are a prominent nautical researcher. What made you decide to take this project?
All during my life, I participated in excavating many shipwrecks. Shipwrecks from Bronze Age period, Roman period, Byzantine period. But I, for a long time, wanted to do some project that was special and close to my culture. When I looked around the seas of Turkey, all the Ottoman ships were from naval battles, from war, from really bad things. Then a very close Japanese friend of mine reminded me, why don't you do Ertugrul? I have to admit that I had forgotten about Ertugrul until that moment. You know, it was far away from me. But then I came to Japan, first time. I visited Kushimoto, and I was welcomed with incredible hospitality. Then I will say the rest is history. I will say maybe shortly, Ertugrul project really attracted me, and the welcoming hospitality was the reason. I fell in love with the story and fell in love with Japan.
Well, that's great to hear. Now, let us know what your goals are with this excavation.
Now, the Ertugrul ship was special. It was only coming here to show the friendship of my country to Japan. And the voyage was successful, but the return was not. It ended with big tragedy, with more than 500 people and the sailors dying. But the goal of those sailors that came all the way here is still in my heart. So I want to continue the same voyage, the same trip that they had. And quite often, I feel like I am part of the Ertugrul team. But the story of Ertugrul is not only the story of the sailors. It's also, and probably more so, the story of the Oshima villagers who helped the survivors. So together, I see Ertugrul as the bridge of friendship and culture between our countries. And that is what my real goal is.
And you are planning to take this friendship back home with a major exhibition, I believe, of the recovered items in Istanbul, right? And what would you like your people to learn from this exhibit?
I had before this 7 exhibits, 3 of them in Turkey and 4 of them in Japan. But the upcoming one in April is very special because that is going to be in Istanbul, the home port of Ertugrul. In fact, that's where Ertugrul started from. So actually, I owe it to people of Istanbul to experience the story of Ertugrul. So maybe another way I can say that after 125 years, frigate Ertugrul is coming home. Now, besides sharing the excitement of the excavation with the people of Istanbul and Turkey, of course, I want them to know more about what is in Japan, the great hospitality and friendship that I've been experiencing here in Kushimoto since I arrived. I hope more of my countrymen will come and visit and share the experience that I had over here. So my goal is to closen the bridge that we have between our countries. Another event that I'd like to undertake, if possible, is to bring maybe 1 or 2 descendants of the Oshima villagers to Turkey and have them meet the descendants of Ertugrul sailors. I have many other exciting events like that planned, but my main goal, if I can underline, is to have Ertugrul, bridge of friendship, and the culture to succeed in a big way.
Right, and of course, we do want Japanese people to learn more about Turkey as well. Thank you, Tufan. That was Tufan Turanli, director of Frigate Ertugrul Expedition.